Hello, and this is Mlc Tv News, reaching you live from Lokoja, the KOGI state capital. I am Morno Balagobo. First, the headlines. Federal government plans 12 trillion naira fresh borrowing. Public debt to hit 50 trillion naira by 2023. KOGI can laud state government for making security a priority. Nigerian's customs intercept TRAMADOL valued at 1.4 billion naira concealed in container. And the UK records 320,000 more COVID cases over 3 days since Christmas. And now the news in details. The Christian Association of Nigeria KOGI State Chapter has lauded the state government for taking the security of its citizens as a top priority, noting that the Christian body in the state will continue to give its collaboration and support to the administration in all regards. The camp chairman, Bishop Johnny Benu, in his address during the association's Christmas visit to the state governor, noted that no doubt the nation was troubled and there was a need for an able, God-fearing, decisive leader who values the sanctity of lives and will judiciously put to use the resources of the nation. The chairman said that the association acknowledged the calls made on Governor Yaya Bello to contribute his quota to national development, and they identified with such political ambition, stood by same and would help in the best possible ways, rendering prayers for God's will to prevail. The state's chairman noted that the association wanted to remind the state government of the need to harness the numerous mineral deposits in the state for human and economic development, adding that with the available statistics from what they have observed across the state, virtually every local government was endowed with mineral resources or more. While congratulating the state government for the recent enlistment as an oil-producing state, the chairman obliged that such feat took hard work, strategic and deliberate efforts to attain. The state CAN leadership similarly thanked the government for its ongoing efforts in infrastructural development, mentioning road projects, world-class hospital constructions, the newly established Confluence University of Science and Technology, as well as the ongoing Ganaja flyover and many other work being done. Bishop Ibenu again reiterated the association's appreciation to the state government under the leadership of Governor Bello in fulfilling the promises made 6 years ago in his first year in office and breaking a 28 years jinx of the non-existence of a worship center for the Christians in the government house of the state. Represented by his deputy governor Edward Onoja, Governor Bello expressed his gratitude to the Christian body for always amplifying the good works of his administration wherever they found themselves, particularly his religious friendliness and good gestures to Christian body as the governments get good feedback and response. The governor extended greetings to the national president of the association, Reverend Dr. Samson Ayokunle, for the support, prayers and counsel, as well as his visit to the state during the dedication of the chapel alongside other leaders of the Christian fold in the country. In order to ensure timely completion of his projects in line with agreed standards, Senator Yakubu Oseni has embarked on inspection of his ongoing projects across various communities in Ihima Okei local government area. The lawmaker, who was represented by his chief of staff, Aliyu Bello, and his personal assistant, Yusuf Abdul Mumin, were in Obeiba, Ihima to inspect 3 various projects. Oseni particularly expressed satisfaction with the level and speed with which progress has been made on the borehole being sunk in Otobobo, Obeiba, Ward 2. The lawmakers' team also inspected complete renovation of 1 block of 2 classrooms in LGEA Primary School, Obeiba, with supply of chairs and tables for both teachers and pupils. They also inspected the completion and the installation of e-learning center situated at Ihima Community Science Secondary School to ensure that all the supplies needed for the center to run optimally are intact. The people of Ibira Opete across the nation and in the diaspora have called on individuals to project the true identity of Ibira extraction wherever they find themselves. The admonition was given at the maiden edition of the Ibira Worldwide meeting held in Okene, KOGI State. The founder and chief host of the program, Siak Ogu in diaspora said the objectives behind the launching of EWW is to make it a vehicle that carries and delivers on the people hope and good tidings at all time. Faith Kafa has more.
Young and elderly sons and daughters of Ebira land of Kogi Central converged on the hall of Dabras Hotel, Okene, under the umbrella of Ebira Worldwide Forum, whose contributions in projecting the nature and good people of Ebira Pete was first noticed via social media. It was gradually built to accommodate not less than 1,000 comprising of people in both national and in diaspora. Ebira Worldwide Forum, before the advent of her first physical meeting, has met many times virtually where issues that bother the people were raised and solved. It has encouraged many youths and elderly to master Ebira values and norms through its various virtual daily and weekly programs like Ebira Delicacies, EWW Talk Show, Tales by Moonlight, The Game of Cultural Love, Inside Out, The Doctor's Time, News Session, and Omude. These programs have not only engaged lovers of Ebira but have reawakened the revival of lost glory in and amongst the Ebira Pete indigenes. In her maiden edition of the get-together tagged EWW familiarization and interactive meeting, the founder and the chief host, Isiak Ogu, said the secrets behind the formation is overwhelming. He narrated why it becomes imperative at such a time as this.
Today is a special day because members of EWW were able to come together for the first time. I'm so glad meeting them. The aim of EWW is to come together and try to reform or enhance some of the social development in our own place. As youths, at least they will be able to learn from us some of the ethics, some of the good ethics we have in our society. And some of them are equally following us the way we post daily programs and the meaning. So there are a lot of things they will learn from us by joining EWW. Majority of us are good, you know, but the few bad ones, you know, they are the ones that spoil the society.
Other executive members, including the executive president, Columbus Richard, also gave insight into why the EWW.
If we keep having this notion that it's not my problem, it's not my business, then things will be running down. And as every human being is, the little effort you can do to put up your own people and put them in the way of success, it matters a lot because you don't know who will copy from you. It's the same thing when you start doing something bad, you don't know who will copy from you. So we see this as an avenue to talk to our people, bring ideas together, and then find a way to build our strength as Ebira family.
Definitely, it is not going to be them forever. They are trying to raise a community of youth that will be able to take over from them. So in order to be able to do this, we have to also be well-behaved ourselves and to also be ready to contribute our quota to societal development.
The purpose of coming together to form this association is to see how we can mobilize resources as individuals and as a group towards addressing some problems we'll be able to identify in Ebira land.
WW is set for us to unite and then talk to each other and then help the less privileged. So because of that, I will tell those outside that they should join us, join hands with us so that we can move our fatherland forward.
The objectives of EWW is for us to be able to have meaningful projects that will touch lives. The ability to bring youths off the streets, and we want to change that narrative that Ebira people, they are kind, Ebira people, they are loving, Ebira people, they are wonderful people, and we cannot just do it alone than to bring our people across all over the world to come together to change this narrative.
Former Deputy Governor of Kogi State and the patron of EWW, Philip Salau, APC stalwart, and the forum matron, Miriam Ibrahim Adoki, and some key members who have performed outstandingly were honored with awards. Amongst them, spoke.
Doing good is always good. Anything we are doing, do it well. Let people see and witness that we are doing well. I feel fulfilled, happy, and I say Alhamdulillah.
Advice for the people is that hard work pays. I know I have put in my best into this EWW platform. That is what has earned me this award.
Give it on behalf of my colleagues, Honorable Abdimomin Okara, who is a special advisor to the governor on agriculture. This award is in recognition of his contribution to this organization. Even though he's not here, I want to believe strongly that you'll be quite excited and happy over the award. And the award will spur him into contributing more towards the development, of this organization and promoting the interest and image of Ibraland in general.
Hawa Anako, principal of Government Girls Unity Secondary School, Oboroke in Okehi local government, commended the state governor Yahya Bello for placing education his highest priority.
When you have to think of that, everybody are responsible. It's a collective responsibility. We want government to help us in creating awareness so that both parents will know more about the quality of education.
The event was spiced by local artists with the cutting of the cake to unveil the good plans of EWW. It is the general belief that the advent of Ebira Worldwide Forum, amongst many other associations, will make a remarkable positive impact to support less privileges to become better in the society and Nigeria as a whole. Report filed by Faith Abdul Ghaffar. I am Fatima Yakub reporting for Mlc TV.
President of Sani Abdulrahim Care Foundation and Basan Group of Companies, Director Sani Abdulrahim, has distributed rice and other items to the Christian Association of Nigeria and other Christian faithfuls in the Jakarta local government area. The president of the SCA described the birth of Jesus Christ as an act of love and giving and said the gesture is his way of celebrating with the Christian faithfuls. He urged them to continue to live peacefully with their Muslim brothers, said the Jakarta local government has provided equally opportunities for people irrespective of religion. He urged them to allow the lessons and significance of the birth of Jesus Christ guide their lifestyle and peaceful coexistence. The State Security Advisor to the Kogi State Governor, Duro Jerry Omodara, has restated the commitment of Kogi State government to construct the Kaba Okeofin Ole Iluke Road. He said the governor is passionate to ensure the road is constructed as it has been formally presented to the State Executive Council. He assured that the road will receive attention in due course. Commander Omodara made the statement at the official handing over of the national president of Okeofin Development Association after 15 years of meritorious service to Okeofin community at the annual general meeting of the association. He said the government is committed also to the completion of the community primary health center under construction. In his valedictory speech, Omodara thanked everyone for standing by him during his tenure, which made him to have some modest achievement, including connecting Okeofin to national grid, facilitated boreholes, and personally constructed one. He thanked the governor of Kogi State for the grading of Uluwao of Okeofin to third class in 2019. He said his greatest achievement is the unity of purpose in the community, as well as increased youth enrollment in higher institutions, especially females. He said several of them he personally bought JAMB forms for, paid their school fees, while several were empowered. According to him, he was happy that he identified the huge potential of Akofirin, which was celebrated in 2018. The Oluwo of Okefin, Oba James Ayimode, eulogizes the leadership quality of Jerry Omadara, especially at uniting the community and his drive for infrastructural development for Okeofin. He prayed for God to guide him in future endeavors and urged him to continue to make indelible contributions to the development of Okeofin in particular and Borno in general. The Ogidi community in Ijumu local government in Kogi state has spent 12.8 million naira to implement some development projects. The president of Ogidi Development Association, Oda Femi Oloruntoba, who disclosed this at Ogidi, said the projects were executed in the last 2 years to enhance the social and economic status of the country. Oloruntoba, who spoke at the annual general meeting of the community, listed the projects to include the purchase of a transformer, renovation of Ogidi Community Secondary School, grading of Ogidi Kaba Road, renovation and furnishing of the community police station, and the purchase of 2 motorcycles for the use of police. The president said that the order was also to attract the attention of the federal government to deplorable condition of Ogidi Iyara Road, which is currently undergoing rehabilitation by FEMA. Aside this, he said that other self-help projects have been lined up for execution from 2022. Oloruntoba appealed to the indigents of Ogidi at home and abroad to show more interest in the development of the community in order to make it more attractive to investors. The president also called on the state and federal governments to come to the aid of the town by implementing projects that uplift the standard of living of the residents. Christmas is the time to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world, according to Christian clerics. It was also a moment to shower our children and loved ones with love. And on the 26th tagged Boxing Day that signifies exchanging of gifts, this was not far-fetched as children gathered in their 20s to marry and have fun at their first edition of Big Brother's Children Fun Fair in collaboration with Hima Kids Ambassador, held in Big Brother's Hotel Lokoja. It was fun all through, and of course I was there for the details. It's just an amazing time to see children dancing, to see children happy. Children between the ages 3 to 11 gathered to have fun. They danced and rejoiced with one another. Children said it was the first ever they had fun.
I love this party and was so excited. What is the most amazing thing is that I love when the Father Christmas came and when they were dancing choreography, and as you can see I won balloon. So I wish everyone happy Christmas.
Big 3 and 11 years old. We are celebrating Children's Day and I really enjoyed a lot because even from the starting, the dance, everything was amazing. Like I was so happy. I just wish I can be here.
I have a Merry Christmas because many children deserve a Christmas party like this. So children all around the world, Merry Christmas and a prosperous Happy New Year.
I enjoyed the music, the dancing, and etc. I want to wish all children an Happy Christmas and Happy New Year.
The parents expressed their delights, urged the organizer not to relent.
If you can see, children they are enjoying themselves since in the morning up till now. And I pray the birth of Jesus Christ will not go in vain in us in Jesus' name. And next time, I pray that so many of us will come and celebrate with us.
I love children and I love to be here. I enjoy the program. It's very okay. I want you to join us next time for this program.
I'm here with my kids to celebrate with them. According to what the Bible says, children are heritage from God. So we are here to celebrate with them. And this is all about Christmas.
So I was privileged to anchor the Bible quiz session, and to my greatest surprise, I mean, these kids are so intelligent, with questions, and, they had to, most of the prizes I had to give out, most of them had to collect the prizes because they did excellently well. And at the same time, I want to wish you all at home a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
So I'm a new creation, and I thank God for that. And I believe that everyone can actually take a hold of the salvation that Christ has brought as a result of Christmas to them. Well, I'm here with my children, and they are over there enjoying themselves. Thank you so much.
So we're grateful to God for sending His Son, and that's why we always use this time of year to celebrate the gracious gift of Jesus Christ.
Lokoja is located in the north central and is the capital city of KOGI State. Children urge well-meaning Nigerians and business owners to create more centers for such fun, which is presently lacking in the state. Borno State Governor Babagana Umara Zulum has expressed gratitude to many of his promoters on social media platforms. However, Zulum pleaded that some promoters should stop comparing his performance with those of other governors, since all states have their peculiarities. Zulum's advisor on public relations and strategy, Issa Gusau, delivered the governor's appeal in a statement issued. He stated that he was enormously grateful for all the support and promotions he has in recent days. Received messages forwarded to me in which our work in progress in Borno State is being compared with some states, and in some cases with insults. The truth is that all of the 36 states have their peculiarities and priorities depending on developmental plans and the needs of the society. The governor said in Borno's case, we have to be desperate in our recovery efforts because we have been faced with 12 years of war, resulting in thousands of deaths and displacement of about 2 million people with humanitarian needs. From the World Bank's Recovery and Peace Building Assessment report on the Northeast, Borno lost 956,000 private houses, representing 30% of the total number of houses in across the state to insurgent destructions. Also, municipal buildings comprising ministries, local government areas, building prisons, police stations, electric offices, classrooms and other buildings, health centers, mostly primary health care clinics, dispensaries and some general hospitals were all destroyed. The insurgents also destroyed power substations and distribution lines, water sources including moisturized boreholes, hand pumps, solar-powered boreholes, and facilities for piped water schemes and more. So our development aggression in Borno is not driven by competition, but our realities of unquantifiable challenges. Gusau added in the statement that Governor Zulum appeals to anyone who genuinely supports him not to insult any leader on the basis of whatever is being achieved in Borno State. The National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA, has empowered 150 indigent and vulnerable people who are at risk of having HIV in Kano. The director of the agency, Aliyu Gambo, stated this while presenting certificates to the beneficiaries in Kano. Gambo said that the beneficiaries were trained on 3 income-generating trades in order to make them self-reliant and contribute their quota to the economic productivity of Kano. He said that the 5-day training initiative taught the HIV vulnerable person skills, which included hairdressing, makeup, confectionery, amongst others. Represented by the staff of the agency, Hafsat Abdullahi Gumel, said that the beneficiaries, which consist of 75 men and 75 women, were drawn from the 44 local government areas of the state. The DG explained that the gesture was to enable them become self-reliant and members of labor. The NACA boss revealed that each of the participants was given 75,000 naira as economic empowerment package. A Fulani socio-cultural group known as Kautal Hall says it has concluded arrangements to establish a modern cow market in Hadeja local government area of Jigawa. The state chairman of the association, Umar Dubantu, made this known during an interview with journalists in Duse. Dubantu said the market would be established with the assistance of the state government in collaboration with Hadeja local government area. He explained that the group had already cleared the site for construction work to take off smoothly. The chairman added that when completed, the market will cater for Fulani women who bring cow milk from Hadeja Emirate, Katagum and Azare in Bauchi State, as well as Unguru in Yobe. According to him, the association will select and empower 20 young Fulani women with refrigerators through soft loans for storage of milk at the market. Dubantu said that it will enable the sellers save money as they don't have to transport back home and also bring it back the following day. The chairman pointed out that while providing employment among the Fulanis, the market would also add to the revenue generation of both state and local governments. He further stated that 5 young men would also be empowered with soft loans to be supplying cow cheese, popularly known as manshanu, at the market. You are still watching MLC TV. We'll be back after the short break. Season's greetings from MLC TV.
From the news desk, we promise to be objective, impartial, and up to the minute with breaking news, and also watch out for more exciting and entertaining educative programs come your way 2022. I am Fatima Yakub, MLC TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and all of the above. You will not regret partnering with us. Thank you.
I am Faith Abdul-Ghaffar from the Reporters Desk. We wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. You'll be expecting more of our reports from every angle of the world.
From the entertainment days of MLC TV, we promise to bring more exciting entertainment content your way come 2022. Thanks for believing in us. Thanks for staying with us throughout the 2021. Next year will be a bigger and better year. My name is Matthias Aidiji Peter, wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. One love.
Viewers of MLC TV, my name is Malik Jonah, always bringing you sport on MLC TV. We promise you 2022 is going to be a big and sweet year. Sports updates back to back. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
I am Avoswahi Amodu, presenter of Young Parliament on MLC TV. I thank you for being with us, and I promise 2022 will be a captivating and quintessential, with lots of young parliamentarians joining me on the set to talk about issues that emanate from national and state parliament. Let us do it better in 2022. From all of us in MLC TV, I wish you a happy Christmas and a new year.
From all of us in Mlc TV, we thank all our subscribers and partners who have been with us since September 13, 2021, when we first launched our news daily. We appreciate you for believing in us. We also promise not to disappoint you in 2022. We can only get better. You will not regret partnering with us. We urge millions of people to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, and to like our Facebook page, MLC TV, to do business even better. We are Mlc TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Merry Christmas and New Year in advance from all of us.
Well, love.
Chee. Welcome back. James Abiodun Falake, member of the House of Representatives, has said the adoption of direct or indirect primaries cannot stop the national leader of the All Progressive Congress APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, from becoming Nigeria's president in 2023. He made the remark in Lagos while fielding questions from journalists during his 62 years birthday. He said that the APC leader has paid his dues and deserves to be next president. According to him, despite the various challenges facing the country presently, the former governor of Lagos State has the capacity to rule the country. Falake pointed out that when Asiwaju was governor of Lagos State, many governors sought his advice due to the enduring projects he embarked. Members of the All Progressive Congress APC in Kogi State have been advised to sustain their support for the party as its elected representatives strive to provide the gains of democracy to the people. An aide to the national caretaker chairman of party, Murtala Ajaka Yakubu, gave the advice at Ajaka in Igalamela Odolu while addressing stakeholders of the party. Murtala urged the people to have faith and confidence in the ruling party, describing APC as a credible platform that will continue to deliver quality leadership to Nigerians. He enjoined stakeholders and members of the party in Igalamela Odolu local government area to remain united, advising them to see themselves as a big family with common agenda of promoting the party in the various areas. Mlc wished the people of Kogi State a successful Yuletide season and called on people to use the period to pray fervently for the continued development and the unity of the country. Earlier, the chairman of APC in the Galamela Odolu local government area, Paul Abalaka, commended Murtala Yakubu for being a worthy ambassador of the party. Former military administrator of Nasarawa State, Bala Mande, emerged as the elected chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP Zamfara State Chapter. Secretary of the Electoral Committee, committed by the National Secretariat of the PDP, Jamilu Abubakar Danbata, said Monday Chairman Caretaker Committee of the party returned victorious during the Congress. Other elected officials were Keburi Umar Jabaka as Deputy Chairman, Farouk Ahmed Shatima, Secretary Madima Shehu, Women Leader. Others were Usmatu Maharazu, Talatu Marafa, Treasurer Abdusalami Salmanu, Kwatakwashi Youth Leader, while Abba Bello Owando returned as the Public Secretary of the party. Balamande was the Minister of Environment, Federal Republic of Nigeria in the year 2003 during the Olusegun Obasanjo-led government, and the former Chief of Staff, Zamfara State Government House, Gusau in the 2020 until his voluntary resignation in 2021. During an interview with journalists shortly off the Congress, newly elected Secretary of the party, Farouk Ahmed Shatima, berated thugs who wanted to stop the Congress. He therefore used the opportunity and called on the state government to take charge of the security of the state and work with security agencies to fish out the perpetrators of the ugly act and bring them to justice. Shatima added that the incident has increased the popularity of the party in the state, saying come 2023, the party will take over the state. The Nigerian Customs Service NCS Seme Command says it has intercepted some items suspected to be tramadol capsules concealed with packaged jumbo-size adult diapers in a container. It was gathered that items have a duty-paid value DPV of over 1.4 billion naira. Hussein Abdullahi, the Customs Public Relations Officer, in a statement said the container with number MRKU 199415. Abdullahi quoted the Customs Area Comptroller Bello Jibo as saying the container was handed over to the command on the 15th of November by the Republic of Benin authorities under transit to Nigeria. Jibo said the container came under the watch of the officers of the command as no importer or his representative has come forward to continue the process of clearance procedure. The controller said that the command had initiated a full-scale investigation with a view to fishing out those involved in the illicit importation. He warned the perpetrators of unlawful activities to avoid the command or meet their Waterloo. The National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency said it confiscated hard drugs worth 60 billion naira in 2 months as part of a nationwide campaign to stem the tide of illicit substance sales and consumption. The chairman and chief executive officer of the agency, Mohammed Buba Mawa, disclosed this at the 3rd colloquium of Galaxy Click, a social club in Offa local government area of Kwara State. Mawahu spoke through the Kwara State Commander of NDLEA, Kayode Babayiju, at the event themed Hard Drug Abuse and Insecurity as Siamese Twins. Also informed the gathering that 99% of crimes committed in the country were under the influence of hard drugs. He identified insecurity as a threat to the country and traced it as one of the root causes of drug abuse that had become prevalent in the society. Mawahu noted that criminals had been terrorizing various communities. Residents urged the people not to shield them. He added that excessive use of drugs usually leads to abuse, identified cannabis sativa as the most abused drug in Nigeria, pointing out that it was imported during the Second World War. The NDLA chief cautioned the citizens against the use of sedatives and maintained adding such action could endanger their well-being. The Nigerian Army and other agencies have arrested Godwin Nnamdi, a leader of Biafra militant wing, Eastern Security Network ESN. Nnamdi, described as notorious, was apprehended in Nkano East local government area. A statement by Army spokesman Onyema Nwachukwu said the troops of 82 Division led the operation. Nnamdi was caught during the raid at a IPOB ESN camp located at Akwofu Forest in Nkano East local government area. The joint forces engaged the dissidents in a firefight. They took their heels, leaving their behinds their wanted leader. One AK-47 rifle, one magazine containing 21 rounds of 7.62mm special, one handset amongst others were recovered. The federal government hopes to push its public debt to stock to 50 trillion naira by 2023, with domestic at 28 trillion naira and external at 21.7 trillion naira. This is according to the projections in the National Development Plan 21-2025. The Debt Management Office had disclosed that Nigeria's public debt was 38 trillion naira as of the end of the third quarter of 2021, with the total debt stock rising by 2.54 trillion naira in 3 months since July to September 2021. According to the report, the President's administration plans to accumulate about 12 trillion debt in 2 years from 2021 to 2023. However, based on the plan, the government targets a reduction in total public debt by 2025. It showed that the government targets 39.59 trillion debt stock for 2021, 46.63 trillion for 2022, 50.22 trillion for 2023, 50.53 trillion for 2024, and 45.96 trillion by 2025. The government also discloses that it needs money to finance the plan of 348.1 trillion naira, and borrowing. The framework in the plan is 45% each for both foreign and domestic borrowing. And on the foreign scene, the United States and Russia are set to hold much anticipated talks in January on European security and the Ukraine conflict after Moscow listed demands including to end NATO's expansion. A spokesperson for the United States National Security Council told the AFP on condition of anonymity that the talks with Russia would take place on the 10th of January. The Kremlin has grown increasingly insistent that the Western NATO are approaching dangerously close to Russia's borders. Moscow earlier this month presented the West with sweeping security demands, saying NATO must not admit new members and seeking to bar the United States from establishing new bases in former Soviet republics. Moscow and NATO representatives are then expected to meet on the 12th of January, while Russia and the Organization for Security and Cooperation Europe, which includes the United States, will meet on the 13th of January, the spokesman added. The talks comes after weeks of heightening tensions, with Washington accusing Russia of massing tens of thousands of troops around ex-Soviet Ukraine and plotting a winter invasion. The January 10 meeting will be held as part of the Strategic Security Dialogue Initiative launched by the U.S. President Joe Biden and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin at their summit in Geneva last June 20th. Omicron has caused COVID infections to soar across the country, but so far, Boris Johnson has restricted the urge to impose tougher measures in England, unlike Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The UK has recorded 330,000 new COVID cases over the 3 days of Christmas, including 98,000 in the last 24 hours. Those figures include the daily numbers that will normally have been published on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, but the statistics for today do not yet include Northern Ireland or Scotland and do not include Wales, except for 5,000 cases reported on Boxing Day. The data for England was as follows: 113,000 new cases on Christmas Day, 103,000 new cases on Boxing Day, 98,000 on the 27th. The Christmas Day figure for England is the highest on record since the pandemic began, followed by 170,000 reported on December 23rd and 105,000 on Christmas Eve, according to the NHS England. An additional 5,000 new cases were confirmed in Wales on Boxing Day, a figure included in the statistics published today. Figures from Scotland confirmed to show there were 8,252 new cases on December 25th, 11,000 on December 26th, and 10,562 on December 27th. However, have not been included in the 320,000 UK total. Let's join Jonah Malik for update on sports.
Welcome to Sports Update. Manchester United put in a desperate display against Newcastle at St James Park and were lucky to escape with a point, with Ralf Rangnick pulling no punches in his media commitment. Ralf Rangnick admitted he didn't like Manchester United's performance at all after being dominated by Newcastle United at St James Park. Rangnick had won his first 2 Premier League matches, but were grateful to leave Tyneside with a 1-1 draw after a desperate display. The Red Devils had Edison Cavani to thank for salvaging a point on Tyneside after the Uruguayan came off the bench to score his second-half equalizer. Alan Saint-Maximin opened the scoring for the host and was only denied a second by a brilliant save by David De Gea. The result means Manchester United failed to win in the Premier League for the first time under Rangnick, with their hopes of top 4 taking another dent. And Rangnick pulled no punches in an honest and open assessment of his side's no-show. The Super Eagles interim coach, Austin Eguavoen, has admitted that he had had sleepless nights making his 28-man list for the forthcoming African Cup of Nations in Cameroon. The Eagles will face Egypt, Sudan and Guinea-Bissau in Group D.
And that's Sports Updates on MLC TV. I am Malik Jonah.
Thank you for your updates in sports. Mary Abiola Wayas, the widow of the late former Senate President Joseph Wayas, is dead. Late Wayas died 12 days after her husband, who died in the United Kingdom on November 30th, 2021. She died in a London hospital after a brief illness, Joseph Wayas Jr. disclosed. She is survived by 5 children, grandchildren, and a great-grandchild. According to Wayas Jr., the late Wayas was a trained secretary. She worked in several prestigious firms in Russell Square, London, while supporting her husband, late Joseph Wayas, who was then an overseas student in the UK. And that is our package for today. Join us tomorrow, same time via this channel. For your daily news, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Facebook is Malachite TV, Instagram is Malachite TV 2021, and Twitter at MLC TV. For your advert placement, sponsorship, please call the numbers now displaying on your screen. I am Morno Balagugu. Thanks for staying with us.